I'm excited to tell you about one of my favorite parts of whole self wellness, which is what I call the healing library. So it took me a very, very long time to figure out how to do this. But I found videos and different things that I use to help my healing process, but they were not created by professionals. So there was quite a bit that they were lacking. But what I did was I paired those videos with what I was doing in my mental health and my medical appointments, and they increased my health outcomes significantly. This was a huge deal. So, in the healing library, there will be a variety of sounds, tones, music, stories, etc. And infused in those stories will be things like self affirmation theory, growth mindset, bilateral stimulation, and things that regulate your nervous system. For example, sounds of nature are shown to regulate your nervous system. And when we infuse rather, these subliminal affirmations, by the way, it's subliminal, what we're doing is we're tapping into what I understand about connotation and neurological stacking and all of these fun, nerdy things. And I'm building from what they know about themselves, so self affirmation theory, and basically building a staircase of possibility and hope and growth, and helping them to see their own actions, their own agency, their own self care. And so there will be tones, sounds, etc., that do not have subliminal affirmations, because I know that that can be a tricky point with intake paperwork and with just playing them in an office. We will utilize this in the coaching programs, the support groups, the soma yogas, and the stretches, and all the different things that we do. This will be playing in the background so that we can help them process more during that time than they would without it. Additionally, we're making this available to you. And I don't know what that's going to look like in the future, but I'm very, very, very excited by the prospect of you being able to utilize this with your clients and your patients. So, the bilateral stimulation is created through sound or light. And it really is one side and then the other, and it's really that simple. Anyway, and it just, in my experience, mimics EMDR. And I did EMDR, and I've done this, and I've done vagus nerve stimulations and different things like that. And what I've found is that this can be very, very effective. And so now that I've created my own, and I've done it based on neurological principles and psychological principles and psychological theories and all these different things, and then I've also infused, proper connotations and this stacking. What I've done is I've taken something that I already used, I already know that it works, and I've paired it with a program and a process that I know already works, but I've improved on both of those. So I'm really, really excited for the prospect of this, because the affirmations tie directly to the different parts of your whole health. And so they will tie directly to the self-care that these individuals are doing, but they're generic enough that they can be applicable in multiple different areas. So if one person is working on building muscle, they just want to go bulk up, versus another person is working on their physical health and they have psychogenic diabetes, or they have, let's just say, high blood pressure or whatever, those people's goals are going to look very, very different. And the same is true for spiritual work and for relationship work and for mental health, right? So every person that comes in is going to be different. And so I did the best that I could to meet them where they are and bring them to a place where they feel like really feel. And sometimes we can know something and not really know it here, but know that it is possible. Know that growth and change and healing are possible for them, so that they begin to take those slow and steady steps that lead them in the direction they want to go. And an example I used in another video is the anti-inflammatory diet. If they know that there are possibilities, and they know that the food that they eat is like fuel, and they know that their body is a Prius and they need to not put diesel fuel in it, then they begin to take steps in the right direction. Does that completely reverse everything? Do they not need your help anymore? Absolutely not. What you're doing is far more complicated. This is intended to be simple and just remove barriers for what you're doing. And so the healing library is intended to be general, applicable on a broad scope, something that can play in the background, rooted in theory and science, and usable by you. So I hope you're as excited about it as I am. I'm excited because I know that it works. It works because I used it. Um, massive healing, and massive growth when you pair these things. Possibilities are exciting and endless. So I'll see you on the other side.